Hello, good day, beautiful people. I am the Inspirational Lady Noble 365 Tarot. Welcome to my channel. I greatly appreciate you being here. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I trust you will love this vibe, and everything you need to know about me is in the description below. This could be past, present, or future, you or someone around you. So take what resonates and leave the rest for someone else. This is a general read. This is not a personal read. If you like a personal read, check out the description below, and I'll be happy to assist you with doing so. All are welcome here on this channel, and all contributions are highly appreciated. Remember that tarot is a tool, it is not the final rule, and it is a good idea to have an empty cup when you are on Lady Noble's channel and you really want to see what's up, okay? Today, collective, we are starting off with the energy of the Five of Coins, okay? The Five of Coins being in the energy of feeling like you are in the energy of lack. Maybe you feel that things aren't flowing well for you in your life. Maybe you are desiring as well as trying to manifest some kind of change. This could be you and your family. This could also represent you maybe reflecting on an experience of lack in your childhood. But here you have people standing, outside, outdoors, and they are receiving a cleansing so that this energy of lack will perish from their life. They are receiving a cleansing so that they can gain some kind of increase in their life. So as you see, this person is doing a ritual so that they can cleanse the negative energy, whether this is in their auric field or this could be a mindset, literally. And so as I hold this card, you may be in this energy now where you are desiring for things to change. And there's nothing wrong with that. In order to have change or experience change, you must want that to happen. You must have a desire to see change as well as be a participant. And so that's why they are undergoing this cleansing here, having their spirit cleansed. And if there's any negative energy that has projected onto them, they're clearing the way and they're opening the way so that that abundance and prosperity can flow to them openly and freely, or either they be led to it. But this could be energy that you're in now, or energy I'm picking up on someone who could be reflecting in their childhood. Maybe you did have an upbringing where there wasn't much, okay, but you still had a good upbringing. You still had a wonderful, loving, nurturing family. You still received all that was necessary in order for you to thrive and survive. But you could be reflecting on that. I'm picking up on that for someone, on your childhood, your upbringing, things you wish you had a chance to experience, but you just didn't get a chance to. And that doesn't mean that you aren't loved or you weren't loved. That just means that the circumstances at the time, in your opinion, weren't favorable, okay? But the fact that you are here watching this video, represents that, you were able to thrive and survive. And evidently, there has been some change in your life. There has been some change and some changes in your life. And you are, moving forward. You are progressing forward in one way or another, okay? And so the next card we have here is the Ten of Knives. And this Ten of Knives represents, this card here in the Hoodoo Tarot represents a priest and a root worker who was unalived, okay, from doing a ritualistic practice. And this person received a retaliation from doing root work for a customer, for a client, and they were retaliated against. This person's family member came for this preacher, came for this root worker. This is in front of a cathedral, in front of a church here. And so this person came for them in retaliation. There was something within that ritual, most likely, that didn't transpire in their favor or to their liking. Okay. And so this person's family member was so grief stricken that they chose to retaliate and unalive this pastor, this preacher here, okay? And so with this energy being here, I'm picking up that if you are someone who has experienced maybe some kind of lack energy in your family or in your childhood, that it could be attached to not necessarily the repercussion or karma from someone being hurt or unalived, but it could really stem from maybe someone in your lineage, in your bloodline. And this could be someone who was born or established way before you were even created. But, until the work is done, when it comes to breaking generational curses and doing the cleansing and doing the work, in order to recalibrate the energy, especially when it comes to good health and prosperity. This energy that you experience as a child, whomever is in that reflection mode about their childhood, could stem from something that was done prior to you even being born. Okay. And so now I do see this energy will be dissipating for you, this energy of lack, this energy of feeling like you're without, this energy of feeling like you're being looked over or not noticed. You could be someone who's very hardworking, very ambitious, and you could be also reflecting, when is my time? Maybe you have watched other people receive accolades and awards and move forward with their life and prosperity. And it's not that you're jealous or envious, but it's made you reflect. It's made you look at yourself. And that's really naturally, as I speak on in my videos, is what we're supposed to do as humans here in the Matrix. When we witness or observe progress, it's supposed to send a reflection, a signal for us to look within ourselves and see what is it that we need to work on individually. Not to copy or duplicate, but just to figure out and ponder, what do I want to work on? What makes me happy? Where do I see myself in the next 3 to 5 years? What is it that I need to change? Is it my mindset? Breaking those generational curses and doing the work. It does not always require doing a ritual such as what you are seeing in this picture here. It could be something as simple as learning how to not complain as much, being grateful and thankful. And just being grateful by itself is pure magic that can create and bring and manifest a positive outcome in your life overall. That's just an example. So maybe you are changing those things, or maybe that in particular about yourself. Maybe you're learning to be grateful and thankful. And by you doing this, it's beginning to open up doors and opportunity for you, whether it's a raise at work, whether it's you out shopping, maybe for you or your family or your children, and coming across a good sale or something that you need is, provided for you. Favor and blessings can arrive in your life in many ways. And so the next card that we have here, that could be something that you're working on, is the Seven of Coins here, okay? We have the Seven of Coins. And as this person is bent over, she's reaching for pearls, but this pig is getting away. And she was trying to feed her pearls to the swine, but this pig is getting away like, look, your head is turned. I'm out of here. So the swine is moved about. This person is not paying attention, but the whole idea of, wanting to feed pearls to swine, we've all heard the saying consistently, be mindful, do not feed your pearls to swine, meaning make sure you're vibing with your tribe. And also that could have been a part of you experiencing the lack energy and lack mentality, being in the habit of asserting yourself in spaces and places that you don't belong. It can affect your finances. It can affect your happiness. And it can create blockages when you allow yourself to be in spaces and places that does not resonate with you. And so with this card here, Spirit is clearly saying, be mindful, collective, of asserting yourself where it's not your vibe or your tribe, forcing yourself to be around people whom you know may not have a liking for you, or you have nothing in common with. It's okay to live your life and make friends and experience life, but don't be pressed. Don't be thirsty. Don't allow the seat filler mentality to rule your life. And when I say the seat filler mentality, meaning just because you're bored. I really don't like this person, but I have nothing else to do. So they're having a party. I'm going over there. I really don't like this guy, but he called me and asked me out for dinner. I'm going to go anyway. Be mindful, be mindful of your intentions. If you know someone does not mesh with you, and everybody is not for you and you're not for everyone, it's supposed to be that way, respectfully so. That's not arrogance. That's not being cruel, because we are all uniquely, individually, divinely created. We're supposed to have confirmation, different tastes and different likings when it comes to people. That is natural. And if someone doesn't mesh with you or doesn't laugh at your jokes, guess what? It's okay. If someone doesn't agree with the topic you're speaking on, it's okay. Learn to be okay with that, because it's very not wise, safe, or smart to assert yourself around people, places, and things that does not vibe with you. It's just not for you. It's not safe, okay? It's really like putting yourself in harm's way. So this card, while I'm constantly holding it here in the frame, Spirit is saying, be mindful. I'm picking up on someone who could be very smart, very spiritually inclined. You're very wise. You're very influential as well, but you're very unique. You're multifaceted. You're able to adapt. You could be placed in any room. You're able to adapt very easily. You can hold a good conversation, very intellectual. And I'm picking up that you have experience maybe going places you are invited, whether it's just family, friends, or total strangers, and maybe your ideas of discussion or things you want to talk about, or even if it's a small joke, maybe you have experienced people being nonchalant with you, giving you an energy of drab, or you feel like they're acting funny towards you. And Spirit is saying, because they're not part of your vibe, they're not part of your tribe. This does not mean that you're a terrible person. This does not mean that you're not worthy of being a good friend. This just simply means that this is like a spiritual nudge. You're being signaled from your ancestors, from your spirit team, from Source, the Creator, that, this person or these people aren't for you. And so the more you assert yourself where you don't belong, you will experience that more and more. So don't cast your pearls to swine. Be mindful of who you're sharing your wisdom and your knowledge with. Everyone does not deserve to have access to you. Everyone does not deserve to have the blueprint to you, because they will not appreciate, who you are. We are multidimensional beings, and there are so many layers to you. The person I'm speaking to, the group of people I'm speaking to, this is for someone very unique and special, and you know who you are. There are so many layers to you. You're very enthusiastic about life, very loving and caring and nurturing, and you could be that one who, good morning, how are you? Everybody doing okay? You walk into the job upbeat. You may even bring donuts, from time to time, and coffee, or you may choose to pay for someone's lunch. Those kind gestures are beautiful. They are wonderful, but Spirit is saying, be mindful, because while you're preparing to feed them, share with them some wisdom or some knowledge, even if it's for their highest good, they will eventually walk away and not appreciate what you are offering and not appreciate what you are worth. So I'm picking up you have experienced that. Excuse me, throughout your life with people. This could be, with family, friends. This could be on your job, just any kind of group setting. You have experienced that. And you could have been questioning yourself, like, what is this? Why is it that they're acting funny towards me? It's not that they're acting funny. They're being themselves. You're distributing something they're not interested in. And sometimes they may not they may not comprehend. There are some things that I don't comprehend from time to time, and I ask questions or I research it. Everybody doesn't know everything. And then you have people who are intellectually insecure. People are ashamed to speak about things like that. Even the words I just uttered could irritate somebody. Intellectually insecure. That will make a person just, who's she talking to? and get the gooseneck. There are very few who are able to be mature enough and have an adult conversation about different things in life. And you're very influential, you're very smart, you're very wise. And I haven't moved on from this card because they want you to know to not change who you are. Do not feel there's something wrong with you. There's just something wrong with the people you're sharing your time with. Do not think there's something wrong with you. There's just something wrong with the people you're sharing your time with, and they're just not interested, and you can't force them to be interested. But don't force anything. Someone invites you somewhere, and there are people or a person there you don't get along with, you can decline. You don't have to always be turned up. You don't have to always be turned on. Okay. The next card we have here is Father Sims. Okay. This is a hoodoo priestess here doing a baptism ritual. The both streams of water, represents light and dark. Okay, when it comes to hoodoo, this hoodoo priestess here works and does both, light and dark work. And so he is doing a cleansing here. Okay, and this rooster represents him. It is a symbol of him. And so you could be undergoing a spiritual awakening. We have several of them throughout our entire life. We don't have just one, okay? There's levels to this. There's cycles to life, spiraling up, spiraling down, and in between there are cycles, there are levels, okay? Continuously. So with this baptism here, and the idea of these two streams of water being here, I'm picking up that you are getting ready to change things in your life when it comes to having lack mentality, feeling like you're not enough, you don't have enough, overextending yourself, feeling like, you're working hard but getting no results, feeling like you're around the wrong people. Maybe they're not supportive of you. You are being prepared to go through an awakening, and you could have ideas presented to you, such as this reading here and many others, not just this reading, such as this reading here and many others. It could be from anyone, not just my channel. And also signs and synchronicities around you, collective, in your awakened state as well as your dream state. But there is a change. And you are being prepared to experience this change. You could be in the energy of not feeling like yourself or like things are normal. There's things happening around you, not bad things, but it feels out of the norm. It feels unexplainable. This could be the energy of people. This could be how you feel. I'm not feeling that you're depressed, but you're not feeling like yourself. Okay. You could sometimes feel like you're having an out of body experience. They're saying that it's a need to do more grounding, okay? More grounding work, getting out into nature, okay? Meditation, whatever works for you, prayer, whatever works for you, okay? I name all those things because I have different calibers of people watching, okay? But you are being prepared to rid yourself, and that's what this cleansing is about. This cleansing is about, spiritually speaking, metaphorically here, about you preparing yourself to embark on a new lifestyle, a new way of being, doing, thinking, and existing and entangling yourself here in life. What else collective needs to know for their highest good? How can we assist them for their highest good? For their highest good. Thank you. So that's what that is. But you want to be mindful. It could truly be a dangerous thing. Having the seat filler mentality, tolerating people, dealing with people you don't like. It's dangerous, very dangerous. You want to be where you are celebrated, not tolerated, okay? And so the card we have here is the Chariot energy here. And as you see, the Chariot card here, collective, has two pathways right here. And with these two pathways here, you will know, as I said, you are being prepared to experience a new path. Okay? Two pathways, two streams of water here. So you are being prepared, and this This time, whenever options, opportunity, or there's something you are confused about or you want answers on, you won't be indecisive. Spirit is saying you will be clear on what direction to take, whether it's right or whether it's left. We see here there's something awaiting in the background there. We see here there's nothing but trees there, but there could be something further down the road, something that is useful. But either way, you will not be indecisive about making decisions moving forward. You'll be trusting and expecting a positive outcome, no matter what you're dealing with. Okay, so I'm also picking up that you are fine tuning your spiritual connection with the Creator. Okay, which is bringing in a manifestation of the Six of Pentacles. That's the reciprocity. That's the equal give and take. That's the energy of what I was speaking of. You feeling like you're overworking yourself and not receiving your just due. You feeling, like I've done all I could do. What is it? What is it? Well, it's not you. The cleansing has taken place. And yes, it has taken time because, as I just spoke of, it could have been something in your lineage that has nothing to do with you, but someone in your bloodline. There was something that occurred that you had to, you were caught in the crossfire. It didn't have to be a literal unaliving. It could have been something such as it could have been, but it could be something as well as maybe someone in your family was unfair to someone in one way or another. Okay. But that's being restored. And you see the scales right here. You or someone around you could have Libra placements, but you see the scales here is being brought into balance. Okay. It's being restored. So you will experience an increase of prosperity, favor, good luck. So much so you're going to shock yourself. You're going to have your mouth wide open, like, oh, I can't believe, with gratitude, with gratitude. And with the Page of Swords here, you'll be very grateful. I see someone, being grateful, as I was just speaking on, learning to say more thank yous, even when you're interacting with total strangers, whether you're in a store, at a restaurant, getting your change from a cashier, learning to say thank you, learning to be more present and trusting, that from moment to moment, just about anything can arrive in your life, but appreciating every moment that you are giving. And so I see you being more vocal with your Hecka and expressing your gratitude to people you interact with and just people around you, okay? And so the next card we have here is the Knight of Cups, okay? And so, like I said, communication, you will be more vocal, expressing your gratitude, okay? People will even notice this about you. You may even hear somebody say, my, you changed. I like it. I like it, okay? But not you change in a bad way. They're going to be saying, I like it. This new you changed and I like it. Okay? And then we have the Three of Cups here. And the Three of Cups, is community and friendship. So you'll be also manifesting, new friendships, new people in your life to share your experiences with, as well as create memories with, hang out with, maybe travel with, come over on game night, have dinner with, celebrate different holidays. If you are someone who does that, because everyone does not, but if you are, you will be have be privy to having access to new energy, a new community, new friends, okay, possibly even a new lover, possibly, I'm hearing, okay. There could be a person or two who may express interest in dating you, who may express that they would like to get to know you. They could see you as someone as very strong. You could have Leo placement in your chart, or they could also see you as someone who knows how to hold it together. We don't know much about each other. We all are from different backgrounds, and you may see a person smiling, but you never know what a person is going through or enduring. But this could be someone who has observed you, whether it's for a short time or a long time, and they feel that you're just very wise. You're a good catch. You know how to hold it together, and they admire that about you. Okay. It's very attractive, especially when it comes to partnership. Who doesn't want to have a partner or a spouse who knows how to be strong or hold things together or be resourceful? Okay. But this energy that you have experienced from your childhood throughout, maybe currently, okay, so put it where it resonates, whether you're reflecting on lacking your childhood or maybe currently you were reflecting on it and things are changing for you. That energy there has made you strong. That five of coins, that's the energy that has taught you how to survive, how to thrive, how to make a meal, how to turn nothing into something, how to turn your salt into sugar. Having those experiences in life is what has molded you into who you are today. Okay? Even the not so favorable moments. With the Knight of Wands, you're very resourceful, as I just said. You know how to rescue yourself if need be, because you've been in situations, collective, where you've had to be independent. You were the go-to person. You were the one to go to. You were the emergency contact. I'll even go that far, okay? Maybe you are someone that fills out paperwork, and when it gets to emergency contact, you are the emergency contact. You are that one, okay, that you trust, not because you have issues or you're angry. You're that one that you trust, that has your best interest at heart. Basically, that five of coins have really, like I said, molded you into you are, made you stronger and wiser. But you have a skill. It's like you have a gift and a skill that is unmatched and undeniable, and it's beautiful because you're someone who knows how to uh, be resourceful in areas that other people, collective, just can't do it. But you have this gift, and it's amazing. And that's why I said one or two or maybe even three people will be attracted to you. You will have people coming, letting you know that they're interested in you because you're interesting. You're a cool person, you're a great person, and you're someone worthy of committing to. You are that person that, nah, I can't let that get away. Nah, I ain't letting that get away. I'm about to step to the collective, you know. I'm going to shoot my shot. Even if I feel a little resistance, you may have someone express that they are attracted to you, but I'm picking up beautiful energy. This is not possessive, who may be persistent. Like, yeah, they said no the first time. I'm going to try one more time. Would you like to go to lunch? What you doing tomorrow? Or what you doing right now? Let's go get a smoothie, whatever. I'm about to say ice cream, okay? Somebody likes ice cream. Somebody likes to go out for ice cream, okay? But yes, this is your moment of overflow. This is your season, and it's going to be unbelievable for you. You're going to feel like, pinch me, am I dreaming? Because you've been through a lot, And as I said, I picked up on someone reflecting, on their childhood, like, wow, me and my fam been through a lot, but we made it, you know. And I'm not saying you're sitting somewhere crying, but you've been thinking about it, your upbringing, your childhood, and maybe you're still working through some things, and giving it your best shot. You could be working on a project. Maybe you're waiting to see success. You could be an entrepreneur. Business is flowing in, but not the way you want it to. And Spirit is saying, be patient because, when it comes to entrepreneurship, you're going to have your ups and downs. You're going to have your season of overflow, and then you'll have seasons where, it's all right, but the joy of that is you're your own boss, and keep going, okay? Each moment that we experience in life teaches us something, whether we're able to see it, acknowledge it, or not. Each moment we experience in life teaches us something, and it's just so true, whether we acknowledge it or not. Every moment, okay? It can be as simple as something as a recipe, okay? You could be maybe reflecting on, there were times where there weren't much food in your home, maybe you wanted spaghetti and maybe there wasn't no spaghetti sauce, but you saw in the fridge that there was ketchup and some tomatoes. ketchup and two tomatoes, but you wanted to prepare this meal, and the only thing you're missing is spaghetti sauce. Maybe you created your own sauce. Maybe you took the ketchup and the tomatoes and some herbs and spices and created your own sauce and was able to feed you and your family, and everyone was satisfied. I'm using that as an example. Those hardships, those moments where you felt it wasn't enough, where it made you feel some kind of way. Moving forward into your adulthood, when something comes up, it doesn't have to be spaghetti sauce. It doesn't have to be because you don't have the money. You're able to find alternatives in life. You're able to, and you're able to do it swiftly and quickly, and people are looking like, "Wow, how'd you do that?" You may have had people even tell you, "How you do that? I wouldn't know what to do. How you do that, collective? I would have no idea what to do. How'd you figure that out?" Okay. It could be repairing something, anything, and you know how to repair it. You know how to fix it where everything's working just right. And they're just looking like, "Wow, you're multifaceted. You know these things, you've learned these things because of the hardships, because of those experiences where there was not much, maybe much food, much money. Maybe you are from a single parent household, but you could be from a two-parent household and have those experiences, okay? But nothing stays the same forever. That's the beauty of life. We're constantly always in the energy of changing. With the Four of Cups here, you're in an energy where you can put your feet up, you can rest and rejuvenate. You know you can rest and rejuvenate. Okay. The Queen of Swords here, you don't have to figure it out all by yourself. While you're figuring it out, it's being worked out for you, and you're going to find that it could be something that you are desiring, you, your children, your spouse, anything it is. New appliances, a computer, a television, anything. And you're shopping, you're looking to see, can you get the best deal, the best brand. And you may be prepared, have your money, your credit card or whatever, to go and make this purchase and find out, oh, that's 50% off. That kind of energy. And these things will start happening rapidly for you throughout your entire life, or you're somewhere, paying for food, and someone wants to pay it forward. You pull up to the window, the drive through, or if you're dining in a restaurant, and the waiter says, "Oh, somebody already paid for your meal." And you're like, "What? Somebody already paid for your meal. Well, where are they so I can thank them? They're gone already. Enjoy your meal. Is it anything else? They told me to give you anything else you wanted, and it's already taken care of." That kind of energy, those kind of things really happen. It's happening right now. Somewhere in the world, it's happening, and those things do happen. There are great people out here, and when you've been in an energy, such as the Five of Coins, and you experience a lot of hardship, it's hard, especially if you've experienced it for a long period of time. It's hard to believe. I get it. It's hard for people to wrap their mind that there are actually good people in the world. And sometimes it's to a person's own detriment. They end up staying in that energy. Some people don't come out. Some people don't choose to receive a cleansing, okay, or to go into prayer or meditation or change their mindset, because this doesn't have to be a literal ritual. This could be you changing your mindset, and that's magic too, and shifting things in your life for your highest good. But there are many people, collective, that don't come out of that Five of Pentacles or that Five of Cups energy. They stay in that pity party, that woe is me and all people are bad and I was raised like that and I'm from the hood. There's some people who stay there, and they rather just stay there. They don't want to know about the good things that are happening. They're not trying to change anything. And guess what? That's okay too. But in the meantime, in between time, collective, you're moving towards greatness, you're moving towards prosperity, and as I spoke of the Five of Pentacles, you're moving past this energy here. You no longer have to look at the calendar and count your pennies. If anything, you'll be counting your blessings and being grateful and being thankful. And as like I said, Just speaking over yourself positively and shifting your mindset is what? Is magic as well, is a ritual as well. And I'm picking up, you may have done this. You have chosen to change your mindset, how you feel about yourself, how you feel about life, and and how you feel about the pathway and the things that need to be done in order to life you want to live. You're not holding bitterness or resentment. I'm picking that up. You're coming into a understanding and knowing of thyself. Okay, and that's what the awakening is, and it's putting you on a whole new path. That's what's giving you access. It's giving you access to a whole new journey. Well, you will come across these people and these experiences that I am mentioning. And you will know, oh, that's not just a reading. This really happens. People are really, it's really cool people out here. It's really nice people out here. The world isn't all bad. There are great things happening. You know what? I am grateful. I'm just grateful for today. I am grateful. I'm grateful for this moment. Like, really, yeah. The idea that I can walk, talk, speak, breathe. Yes, yes. The Knight of Pentacles, you're working on you. You could be working out. You could be someone who loves the gym, okay? But you're working on you. You're putting that work in, okay? And you're seeing the change. And I'm also picking up on someone who's becoming very enthusiastic, very excited, and passionate about the change. You're not anxious or nervous. You're excited because each little step you take, you're learning something new about yourself. And yes, with the moon energy, you've waited. It's been times, many, many moons. You've waited many, many moons. It's been a time. But thankful and thank God you did not give up. You did not give up on yourself. You did not give up, on the possibilities of making sure you take care of the star player because you are the MVP. No matter what we experience or how you feel, you will always be the MVP. You are the main character in your story. You are also the writer. You are also the author. And these moments that are uncomfortable or be dysfunctional for you, they're just a page in a chapter. And if you shift your thinking on it, it's really just a sentence on a page. You can minimize it like that and look at it that way. You can even use that as an affirmation and encourage yourself. Life is enough by itself, and people need encouragement. Those who are willing to receive it, not those who are interested. If being encouraged or uplifted is not part of your vibe or tribe, then it's not. Because guess what? That's okay too. You can stay where you are with who you are, and that's okay. That's fine. You have free will. But in the meantime, in between time, there is a large portion of us here on planet Earth who love and enjoy inspiration and love and enjoy, being encouraged, not discouraged, and working towards progress and being successful and doing the work that is necessary, doing the research, going within, grounding ourselves, forgiving those who have left any negative imprint or experiences, okay? And to forgive does not mean that you are interacting with this person. You can forgive a person without ever communicating with them because there are some circumstances where, a person may say, well, I forgive him, but I don't want to be in contact with him. And for some people, it may not be safe. You can choose to use your heckler, to use your voice, to forgive people and to move forward in your life. Connect with source and choose to surrender what has been left on your soul, on your spirit. That negative imprint, that energy that has you in that woe is me or I want to get even Steven. You want to surrender that because you don't want to create self-stagnation. You don't want to inflict blockages on yourself. I'm pretty sure you're not here to experience intentional blockages or tower moments that can be avoided. I'm pretty sure you want to avoid those moments and live your best life. Doesn't matter who you are. I'm pretty sure you want to experience at least a little bit, of joy and bliss while you're here on planet Earth. And the Seven of Swords here, not moving, with a haste but at a pace, being patient, being wise to slow down, and Be careful. I'm picking up, be careful with moving swiftly whenever you hear of something going on. I don't care if it's a bill that's due or a change that's been made on your job. This is for somebody. Be careful with hypothetical thinking and jumping to the negative narrative of how things will turn out. Spirit is saying, slow down, s- slow down. It's not what you think, especially things that haven't come to pass. Don't allow gossip to get you upset. Don't allow things you hear that has not happened. Make sure you're taking time to dot your I's, cross your T's, do research on things, as I was just speaking on. Do the research, look into things, look things up, be willing to do the work. Don't be so quick to get emotional, and upset and go into that worry energy. A good example of that would be someone saying, "Oh, I heard about to lay off 50% people, and they going by seniority." Now, it has not happened. This has not happened at all. But you hear about it in the break room, and someone may say, "Well, how you know that?" "Oh, I know that because I heard so and so say it." Not to call this person a liar, but they heard someone say it. There hasn't been a memo passed out. Nobody's emailed you nothing. You're steady coming to work, coming to work. As a matter of fact, you're picking up overtime. Your supervisor's calling you, picking up overtime. And then on top of that, when you go to the bulletin board in the break room, you're seeing that there's new job openings coming up and they're posted so that those who work internally can apply and have first dibs. But you heard on lunch break that they're laying off 50% and they're going by seniority. That's a good example of not allowing yourself to become upset, not allowing yourself to be all in your emotions or feelings over something you've heard. Because if they were laying off 50%, number one, you're picking up overtime. The supervisor is calling you, asking you, do you want more overtime? Then three, positions are being posted, several of them on a monthly basis because there's opportunity, there's work available. And you find out months later it was all a lie. Now imagine someone getting upset, raising their blood pressure, becoming stressed out, overwhelmed. Oh, I gotta find something to do. I gotta find something. I wonder who they're gonna get rid of. I wonder, losing sleep over a rumor that has not even come to pass, has not even happened. So that's what Spirit is saying. Be willing to slow down, breathe deep. You don't have to ignore what you are hearing, but you know, breathe in, breathe out, let that go. Do not let it overwhelm you to the point you are stressed out and then you find out it's a lie anyway. It's a new day for you, collective, and you can go ahead and get happy, get happy, get happy. Okay? Please make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I'm pretty sure you love the vibe. All contributions are highly appreciated. Thank you kindly. Later.